It's prehistoric rock carvings that the Holocom, the people, the first residents here in Phoenix, carved on the mountains. For so many years, you know, we really didn't understand these petroglyphs, you know, and I think up until now, I think because now the activity is starting to increase here as far as the UFOs or these strange lights in the sky and these strange things that we're seeing now. You know, I think it's starting to add up now. I think the Indians were on these rock art out here is talking about these supernatural creatures. So, in my mind, my mind, these things have been here before.
Mm-hmm. And what people are witnessing are the shapes in the sky, or the creatures, the entities, and these entities have been drawn on the rock in ages past. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. You know, when you see a crooked snake sitting on the rock and you just can't figure out, you know, what it is, you know, chances are it's one of those things. It's one of those, you know, creatures, if you will. It's when you see a cross and it's got something in the middle of it, like a T cross or anything kind of just weird, you know. I mean, chances are it's not graffiti. They're telling a story here. Something major happened, and it's happening now again to us.
Right. I'll just remind viewers and listeners that if they go to the Thursday page archive, Jeff Woolwine's previous interviews are there, where Jeff is talking about the petroglyphs in the sky and the rock art. And sacrificial areas, of course, you were talking about before, areas that have got hard and dried blood on them.
Yeah, you know, there's altars out here, and you can see the stains. You know, you see stains. You know, when we examine some of the altars out there in Mexico, you know, some of these photographs, you can see how blood-stained it is. Well, that's basically what I'm finding out here. You know, it's high up back in the trails, you know, far back into the mountains. There's altars there, you know. Yeah. And to me, you know, sacrifice was going on.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff, we'll go straight into your video presentation, your interview with these two fellas. And thanks again for speaking to me. And is there anything in the future you've got in mind you're going to bring to the edge?
Well, you know, we're still working on a new website, and we're getting more people into this. And you know, as soon as we get some more new sightings, you know, I'll let you know.
Okay, mate.
We'll let you know what's going on out here.
Okay there, mate. Well, thanks very much indeed, Jeff, and I'll speak to you again in the near future.
Oh, thank you so much for calling.
Hello, my name's Jeff Woolwine, and today we're here in the middle of South Mountain, and there's a couple of people that I want to introduce you to.
Hi, my name's Nate. Dennis.
And basically, go ahead and why don't you tell me your story? Like you're a resident here in Phoenix. Let's start off with that.
Well, I've been here 35 years, born and raised. Ironically, I grew up here at South Mountain, south of Baseline on 7th Street. And as I got older, I started seeing, you know, lights in the sky, if you will.
How old were you? 12,
13, maybe a little bit younger. When I was, we did a lot of hiking here when I was in the Boy Scouts in elementary school. And you could see the petroglyphs. I just didn't know the magnitude of what's going on here. Supernatural things as far as lights and what have you, doors. So I've always been sensitive to this subject, and plus I seen the lights back in '97. Not the lights that were there on the east side, but the actual craft, if you will, that flew over South Mountain.
So wait a minute. Let me understand this right. So the footage that everyone is seeing right now, the famous one,
right,
with the lights, that's something completely different of what you saw.
Correct.
On 13th.
Yes, that I seen something completely different. It covered the night sky. Everything became pitch black. The planes that were flying by, they just disappeared.
Would you say it was like a solid object then?
Yeah. Yeah, they weren't orbs. It was one solid object. And I went to a meeting, Jim Delatosa's office, and told him what I had seen. And he had told me that whatever the lights were, and he was analyzing those lights, not the one that flew over Phoenix,
right,
South Mountains. He was analyzing those, and he said whatever it was a solid object over a mile in length. You know, so who knows? Maybe we had two solid objects.
That's what I'm starting to think. I'm thinking that there was possibly two sightings that night.
Right.
And the people that videotaped the famous one, that was just something as maybe a distraction to
That's-
maybe the big event of what actually happened.
That's what I think, or that's a possibility. It is plausible.
Could be.
Could be. Heard about that sighting that was on a Monday, that some guy came out and said that he did it, but he never did it again. And so I went on azcentral.com, and your name, I think you were up like on a news clip or something. So your name was there, Jeff Woolwine. Like, man, this guy's into what I'm into, because I've been studying this since '91, since all the stuff was occurring in Mexico. That's what kickstarted it for me. Seeing those orbs in the sky, doing what they want, disappearing, reappearing, dematerializing, what have you.
Right.
Crop circles, vegetation mutating.
Right.
Everything that's going on there. It's just amazing. So that's what kickstarted it for me. Yeah, we seen something over here at South Mountain. It was above South Mountain at the time.
Now, this was the same day that we did a tour, wasn't it?
It was.
We took a tour, and I took it to some spots where these petroglyphs were.
Yeah, off of 40th Street and Baseline, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, or not ironically, it was Mother's Day, between 12 and 1 in the afternoon. And I caught it. I happened to catch something over the roof of the house. And I asked, I said, Dennis, do you see that? And what did you have to say?
Yeah, I did see. It was very small in the distance, above South Mountain. We were back in the neighborhood, like my cousin says.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but so people understand this. It's like you guys went up on the mountain and you saw the petroglyphs, and then you got off the mountain and then you were just paying attention, and that's when you saw it, right? Is when you got off the mountain and then you just...
That's right, yes. When we actually left South Mountain and we're in the neighborhood, that's when we first saw it. That's when my cousin first saw it was mere spot far away. And, well, we have footage, it got closer to us.
I must admit, though, when I...
you guys chased it, though. You guys chased
it?
it?
We were fishing.
Yeah.
And that's the whole reason why we met you over there, to see something. And if, like you say, you put your mind to it, if you really want to see these things, they'll present themselves to you.
That's right.
Maybe not everybody. Maybe a certain few, I'm not sure. But, yeah, we came to see something, and ironically, that on Mother's Day, we did. And it was amazing. Absolutely.
So
It's
tell
true.
us what happened.
All right, so now, we're filming it, and we want to get closer to it, obviously. So we go into the South Mountain, the park. At the same time, this thing is coming closer to us. At the same time as we're getting closer to it, it's coming to us. So we stopped the vehicle numerous times, get out, get back in, filming it, and we've got the footage to prove what we saw at that time.
Yeah, and more or less descended from way up. If you have to do a mathematical equation to figure out exactly how high it was, but I would say maybe 30 to 40 degrees above the mountain.
It was
up there.
It was way up there, top of the mountain, like at that elevation.
First, you guys thought it was balloons, didn't you?
As you get closer, yeah, it unmistakably, to the untrained eye.
Even thought it was a hang glider for
Yes, it
for
could
a
have been
couple
a number of
seconds.
things. We were like, yeah, it could be this, it could be that, it could be that, what have you.
When you're dealing with the supernatural, sometimes you just want it to be the logical thing, so your life's easier to deal with.
But yeah, to the untrained eye, anyone could say, oh yeah, those are balloons, But why those specific colors, and why this thing manifests itself, as you see in the video? It just pretty much displayed itself for us. And
what did it kind of do? Was it like changing colors?
It was brilliant. It was orange and yellow and maybe a few black.
Gold.
It
It had an aura around it.
Yes.
It actually had a glow around it, and it just it shifted. It shifted shapes continuously.
Yes.
And colors.
And I wasn't with you at the time. Remember, you guys
Well, we called you to get back.
Jeff, we got
We
something.
called you to come back.
I was like, wow, guys, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's
It
great
was
filming.
amazing. It was scary. It was scary and
It was
beautiful at the same
Yeah,
time.
it was overwhelming. That's like how I felt as a child when I heard something in the sky when the sky was like a sherbet color. And I was fixated on the colors and this voice. Didn't